So if your beliefs do not agree with the beliefs of the other person, then do not even dare try to commit to this person, because you can never change anybody. Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing good. In case you're new here, my name is Charity Mugeni and I make videos on faith, family and self-improvement. So if you haven't subscribed up to this point, please do, because I would really love to have you be part of this family. If you have been keen enough, beginning from last month we've been looking at faith, and now this month we are looking at family videos. So please subscribe and let us grow together in terms of our faith, building our families and making ourselves better. In most cases, you can never really get there where like you are at a place where you know that this is the right time to get married. But this video is for that person who is looking forward to get married someday. It could be soon, it could be next week, it could be just in future. If it is in your plan to get married, so this is the right video for you, so that you can know some of those things to put in mind as you prepare yourself for marriage. When you're planning to get married someday or soon, the first thing you need to know is God's expectations for you in marriage, because He is the author of marriage. He's the one who instituted marriage, and so He's the one who knows everything about the idea of marriage. So that's why you really need to understand God's expectations for marriage. God, in the book of Genesis, He says that it is not good for man to be alone. Therefore, I will make him a helper. That is a woman. In this case, it means that the first thing you are doing when you are getting into marriage is that you are getting there because you need companionship. So companionship is key. It means that you have to consider love as one of the main things that will bring you two together. Because if there is no love, then it is not going to be easy to offer that companionship. And that love should be mutual love that is unconditional, the kind of love that is described in the book of 1 Corinthians, putting all other factors constant. Love has to be the initiator of that relationship. Of course, some people get into marriage probably, maybe they just want to get away from home, or they are tired of being at home, or the conditions are not so good. Or some get into marriage because they are thinking they are becoming old now, the time is going, so they just have to settle down. Or some, they think they have made enough money, so they just need someone to share that money with. That should not be the basis of why we are getting into marriage in the first place. So love that is unconditional should be there. Then the second thing is that God expects faithfulness between the two of you. So when you are planning to get married, prepare your mind, your body, and your emotions that you are going to be faithful to the person you are committing to, because that is what God expects of us, to be faithful to one another, because we are a representation of God's design in terms of Christ's relationship with the church. So where there is no love, then there is even no need for you to try and commit. Just apart from understanding God's expectations for us about marriage, we also need to understand the core beliefs of each other, or the core beliefs of the other person. So if your beliefs do not agree with the beliefs of the other person, then do not even dare try to commit to this person, because you can never change anybody. Sometimes we lie to ourselves that, oh, let me just commit this person, maybe I'll make them change after some time, they will change and they will become this dream person that I have always wanted. I'm telling you, when it comes to core beliefs, don't even dare, because beliefs shape how people make decisions and how people make choices about their lives. And so if you're committing to someone whom you do not agree when it comes to beliefs, it means that when it comes to decision making, then you will never work together. You'll be thinking differently about certain issues, and they will also be thinking differently, and there will never be a common ground for you to agree on possibly anything, because you can never change something that is so much entrenched in someone's system. So therefore, you need to know whether you have common beliefs, and if you agree on that, then that forms another basis for you to make a decision to commit to this person and get married. So never lie to yourself that you can change a person, because it will never work. Then the third thing is that as you plan to commit into marriage, you need to manage your expectations. If it were within my power, I would actually have said, just don't have any expectations. But anyway, that is not being realistic, because everybody must have some kind of expectations as they get into marriage. So it's okay to have those expectations. They could be written, they could be at the back of your mind, but you really need to manage them, in that you do not transform your expectations into insatiable desires that can never be fulfilled by the other person. Because first of all, you really need to get to know the person you are committing to, their background and all that. And also, you really need to understand their dreams. Do they concur with your dreams? And once you know all these things, then factor in managing your expectations. Because when you get into marriage with unrealistic expectations and you allow them to grow into insatiable desires, then you will never be content. You will be comparing yourself to other people. You'll be comparing yourself with other marriages, of which it shouldn't be, because every marriage is unique. Yes, marriage is marriage, but the fact is that every marriage is unique because it is shaped by two people who are different, and everything they do depends on who they are as individuals. So management of expectations and also having realistic expectations will save you a lot of pressure and will even enable you to enjoy your marriage. So begin by managing your expectation just from the very beginning. It is just another better way of preparing yourself